Well, thank you for having me. My name is Kim Wang. I'm an architect from Hong Kong. When I was young, I went to the States to study architecture. And then after that, I moved to New York and work and practice. And in the mid-90s, I moved back to Hong Kong and started practice there. And I've been there since. Yeah. Well, when I'd like to tell you a little story about something I've done in the past, is that when I was in New York in my late 20s, I instead of just being an architect designing for someone else, I learned a little bit about create your own projects. I didn't even know the word developer. Just create your own project. So I put together a small group of friends, and we purchased the first building, a first 7-story, 14,000 square foot building. I renovated it and then sold it, and then a second building, and then I began to buy plot in Long Island, build a single family home, sell it, I buy another plot. So I enjoyed that aspect of it by controlling my own destiny. And when I go back to Hong Kong, boy, the real estate costs are much higher. So there I only do the architectural designer practice, designing for someone else. I haven't done anything in that sort in Hong Kong. So when I saw this property in Lombok, I saw the opportunity. What struck me first is that a few years back, I have an incredible experience of beautiful sunset, the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen in Bali, facing west. So I saw this plot of land, on a slope facing back, and I said, "Wow, this is the land. I can create a dream resort of some sort." And then taking advantage of this beautiful ocean view and the sunset. Okay, well, the whole area is a peninsula. The property is on the west side of the peninsula, and it go up to the ridge. So I'm thinking putting together a building. The peninsula is a long extension with mountain ranges, and it's kind of ended where the site is. I said, wow, maybe my building can be the extension of that mountain ranges. So I built a building along the mountain range, and then on top I would have a cascading roof, and that was kind of extension of the peninsula island. And then the building will be able to face west and east. You can get the morning sun and the sunset. At the same time, because the land go all the way to the waterfront on the west side, so I will have cascading houses, each one with maybe 4 bedroom with its own pool, facing the bay and the sunset. And I get all the way down, maybe 30 meters above the water. I will have an area for commercial development, maybe a few restaurants there with some shops, perhaps. And then I will have stairs walking down from there to the beach. And hopefully I can get together to put together a rock island that people go for a drink and enjoy the sunset. And that's basically the concept, the idea. Yes. When I first look at property, I know there's opportunity, but opportunity does take time because I know the government is promoting island, doing a lot of infrastructure, and airport and highway as such. So, and I know there's some 4 or 5-star hotel are being built at that time. So I'm taking my time until I see certain things happening, and I can see now Pullman is completed, and I know Kempinski is under construction, actually quite close to my site. So I think it's time to proceed. And I have, developed a schematic design. And I actually, this trip to Bali is to talk to different consultants from different backgrounds to get their opinion, to refine the design. And hopefully, second half of this year, I will be able to file with the local authority here to get permission to build. Well, my timeline, I think I would complete the design and file with the government for the schematic approval this 2024. And then I'll put together the consortium of investors and bankers as such in the first half of 2025. Yeah. At the same time, we'll produce the construction drawing as such. I would think that might take a whole year and probably start construction either towards the end of 2025 or beginning of 2026. Yeah, I am very excited about the project. I think its timing is very good. Right now, what's happening on the island are either 4 or 5-star hotels or luxury homes, right? And I think we filled in the gap is that, well, perhaps we can have some luxury condominiums, yeah, and function as a hotel also, and bring in different product mix for the island, yeah. And also, I think the island developing now is the hotel and in the residence. Perhaps in the township have beautiful restaurant and bar and such, but not necessarily in the beautiful location where you see the views, all that. So within this development, we want to have some commercial aspect of it, really a very small mall with good quality restaurant, maybe drinking places as such, so that we bring the overall development in a balanced way. Yeah. I met Jack. Is 2017. Yeah, is a British guy. Somehow hook up with Indonesia island. But we get along very well. And in the beginning, I actually wasn't interested in some of the property on the water because I didn't want to do a house. But when I saw this property, it had enough scale, and it hit me. I think it could be an interesting development. And that's why I'm interested. And Jack has been very helpful along the years, getting different pieces. It's actually the property I purchased 3 separate times and piece it together. So Jack has been very helpful in that. And now he's introduced me to a lot of good people on the island who can help me to move along. So he's a good friend. Actually, it's quite basic. For example, I need to know the underground water availability. I need to understand a little more about sewage condition, how to handle it. For example, I was thinking having an island, small island built in the water is beyond my property, whether there's an opportunity for doing something like that. For example, the idea I have that my main building is part of the island with the undulation of the mountains, and then they get to my rooftop, it continue. So I need more information on the island so that I can piece it together in a cohesive way. Things like that. Continually, I would need cost estimation for the project. Now this basic scheme is here. So step by step, yeah, I need to work with local expertise to develop a lot of information and all the way.